Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Today is a Tuesday. It is the second day of June. It's my sister Julie's birthday. Remind me to call and wish her a happy birthday, okay?
Julie, happy birthday.
Yeah, it's also National Rotisserie Chicken Day. Oh, I love that stuff.
I know
it's
you
good,
do.
Good. National Rocky Road Day. Always makes me think of the movie Goonies. It's also National Bubba Day and National Leave the Office Early Day. Heidi, get back here. No, not that early. Just leave a little early. We got a long show to go through. We can't leave yet. We got Tuesdays with Charlie coming up.
Yay!
A lot of other fun stuff to get to. Stick around for the Tuesday edition of the John and Heidi Show right here on your favorite radio station. Or at least the one you're listening to now. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A survey shows 88% of workers have lied for a boss or a supervisor. So, like, their boss or supervisor told them, okay, hey, we're not going to talk about this. So 88%.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever lied for a boss.
I haven't.
I'm thinking back. I know that there are probably times that I didn't offer information that maybe I should have.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
I haven't.
Yeah, I'm just thinking back because I know I haven't outright lied ever to somebody about, to cover up for a boss or whatever. But there was something. I had a boss one time that, boy, it was hard to work for him. I didn't stay there very long. Because there were a lot of things that I'm like,
to work for him, but you wouldn't have lied for him or held things back.
But the thing is, I didn't go to his supervisor and say, "Do you know what's going on?"
But if anybody ever flat out said, "Hey, do you know anything about this?" You would not have hidden. No,
he'd be under that bus.
Exactly.
All right. This is Surveys and Studies and Such, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're getting a call. What is that?
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Knoxville woman arrested after officer said she was yelling obscenities while wearing nothing but a bandana around her neck. Okay. According to court documents, officers responded to a home where they found Catherine Foran, Foran, standing on a porch that did not belong to her, completely nude except for a bandana around her neck. She was screaming obscenities at passersby, however you say that. She said that it was her boyfriend's house. He invited her over for, a good time, but then didn't let her in.
Oh.
So I'm not sure where her clothes went. Apparently I don't know. Anyway, she was handcuffed, but then somehow escaped her handcuffs. Then she was recuffed and booked into jail. Public intoxication.
Yikes.
Doesn't say anything about charges for nudity. Because, she did have that bandana after all. So
she wasn't completely nude.
No, all she had on was a bandana. All right. Interesting story. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The trailer for the TV show, for the movie Unhinged has been released. I showed this to my beautiful bride.
Did.
This looks really interesting.
Yeah, you want to see this.
Boy, with the civil unrest that's going on, I don't know if it's a good idea for them. It's not coming out till June, or what is it, July? End of July? Middle of July? Yeah, in July. But I don't know if it's even going to make that date.
Oh, it'll be
Russell Crowe is a road-raged maniac determined to show a mother who honks at him too long what a really bad day feels like. So this it says, he can happen to anyone. Unhinged scheduled to hit theaters in July. And even though the critically acclaimed Planet of the Apes trilogy only drew to a close in 2017, a reboot is already in the works. Disney's acquisition of the Fox takeover. Yeah, they're working on an update to the Planet of the Apes. It won't be a full-blown reboot of the franchise, but it'll pick up where War for the Planet of the Apes left off and continue the story of Caesar's legacy.
Okay, so our son loves these movies.
Yeah, he kind of is sick of them, though. So
I can honestly say I haven't liked a single one.
Well,
I know that's really super controversial, but
he did love them. But then there were several. I was like, no, it was terrible because
I haven't liked any of them. Even his favorites, he's showed me. Oh my gosh, this is brilliant!
Just had a guess.
Watch this with me, and I'm watching. I'm like, what on earth is this?
I just had a guest.
I don't get it.
That was on the show yesterday. That was in one of these shows.
I don't get it. I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. I don't.
There you go.
But I don't like that sci-fi, weird, random stuff.
Heidi has spoken. This is Big Screen, Little Screen, way longer than normal. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. 2021 new automaker will release an all-electric pickup. They're going to call it the Endurance. So you know it's not Tesla, because they would have called it something weird. But it's the Endurance is what they're looking at calling that one. Jack Rico is a name that you might want to commit to long-term memory, because I got a feeling we're going to be hearing more about this young man. When I say young man, he's 13. But he has 4 associate's degrees from college.
What?
Fullerton College. He's 13, 4 associate's degrees, and he'll be continuing his education now at the University of Nevada, full scholarship. He's 13. He plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in history, though he said he's still trying to figure it out.
Go on, Doogie. That is awesome.
I'm going to see if I can get him on the show.
Yeah, you should. And he's getting a history degree. Good for you,
just a
kiddo.
Smart young man. Very, very cool story. I also got a story here. In Denmark, 2 unidentified men broke into a home and began hauling stuff into their car. A passerby noticed what was going on, confronted them, insisted that they took that property back in. When they refused, he took the keys to their car. They called the police and said, somebody stole my keys to our car.
Okay.
When the police got there, quickly realized what was going on and placed them under arrest.
Yeah.
So that happened in Denmark. What in the world is happening? This is just crazy stuff. And this is a bizarre story here. It's a good, a positive bizarre story. An Oregon woman was sewing face masks when she was laid off, and she was making a little extra money doing that.
Sure.
And she said, you know what? I'm going to take some of that and buy some lottery tickets. Well, it paid off. $127,000 winner.
That's awesome.
Lorna Hewitt said that she was laid off from her job at a restaurant, decided to take a part-time job at a grocery store. And while she was there, she was sewing face masks as well when she was done for coworkers at the store and other people. And they were saying, hey, we want to pay you for these. She was originally just saying, I'll just give them to you. I mean, I like doing it. And they're like, no, we're going to give you something. So she took that money
and put it into tickets.
Bought some lottery. It says a lottery ticket. I don't know how many, but it says a lottery ticket. Won $126,789.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry contacted the LAPD after drones were spotted flying over their California home. So I think when they're talking about drones, because on the internet, people were talking about different kind of drones, like the kinds in war, like the drones that fly over war zones.
No, they're just talking about the ones that take pictures.
They're just taking like the little drones that we would have,
they don't
flying.
want people taking pictures of them.
So they're like, hey, we got these drones. So
my gosh, quit wasting police time with that. We've got enough going on in this country. Go home.
Okay. You done?
I'm done now.
Thank you so much. You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Thanks for listening on a Tuesday.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Check out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call
Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
How you doing, Charlie?
It's Tuesday.
It is indeed. You have some good stuff for us?
Grandma's up there, huh? Give her coffee.
All right, we will get her plenty of coffee. So what kind of cool stuff are we going to learn about today, Charlie?
Well, let's see what my staff come up for me.
All right.
Oh, here we go. If a chameleon's tongue was a car, it would be able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles an hour in 1/100th of a second.
Oh,
That
wow.
is crazy.
So that's how fast they poke their tongue out to grab a fly or something?
It goes blah, 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 like that. What are you laughing at?
Just love the sound effects you got there.
Okay, let's try something else in here. No matter what angle you look at him, Mickey Mouse's ears are always circles.
Really?
Oh.
Never thought of that.
I bet you're going down and looking for Mickey Mouse, and they're going to see, aren't you?
I
Yeah,
will
we
indeed.
should.
Yeah, we'll find a picture of him from the side.
You don't have one in the house?
Probably.
No.
Well, there you got her then. You're
Why
going to
would we
have
have a
fun.
Mickey Mouse in the house?
I don't know. We probably got one
Why do
somewhere.
you have a lot of stuff in your house that don't mean nothing? Almost bleeped to me there, didn't it?
I almost had to, yeah.
Hey, then let's try this one. In 1889, the Queen of Elodie, Margherita Savoy, ordered the first pizza delivery.
Really?
Oh, awesome.
I bet you didn't have to look too far in the book to call it up.
No, I bet she probably just ordered it and it just showed right up.
How would you order it? They don't have no phone back
Right,
then.
exactly.
She just told a servant, and the
To
servant
run
went,
down the road and go get it for
Ah,
Fetch
there
me
you
a
go.
pizza.
Hey, you peon, go down and give me a pizza. Don't put no ham toes on it either. Hey, here's something that I know you'd like. You can buy eel-flavored ice cream in Japan.
eel flavored?
Ew. Yeah.
That doesn't
How do you
sound
know?
good.
You ever ate eel?
No.
No, it doesn't sound good to me.
Then how do you know?
No.
You're just guessing.
I'm not going to try.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I wouldn't buy it either. Or even. Hey, some people used to believe that kissing a donkey could relieve a toothache.
Really?
Oh.
Well, you don't know till you try.
Now, there had to be a lot of booze involved in that. Kiss a donkey. Where are you kissing him at? Well,
Right on his donkey lips.
various places. I shouldn't drink on the job.
That goes for you and Heidi, apparently.
Hey, until the 1980s, it was illegal for a woman to drive a car down Main Street in Waynesboro, Virginia, unless her husband was walking in front of the car waving a red flag.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
wow.
Huh. I'm pretty sure that's no longer the law, is it?
I think they should still do that, yeah.
No.
Hey, then I got one last thing here for you.
Okay.
And I bet Burmeister knows this. For a short time, the planet Uranus, or whatever he says, was named George.
Yeah, he did know that.
He did know.
Because he and I've
tells
had
us that all the
discussions of
time.
this.
But he don't call it Uranus, does he?
No, he
Uranus.
says Uranus. Yeah, he says that's the way it's supposed to be pronounced. But my inner 12-year-old calls it the other one.
Absolutely.
Okay. You and us are going to go somewhere sometime.
Yes.
How's that sound?
That sounds really good. Hey, are you ready for a question for me, Charlie?
I bet you I could almost come up with an answer.
All right, I'm ready for this one. So you've heard of the Rubik's Cube before, right?
Yes, sir.
Erno Rubik is the person who invented it. How long did it take him to solve it the first time, right after he created it? How long did it take him for the very first solving of the puzzle?
28 seconds.
A month. It took him a month. Now,
I
Have
missed
you
that.
ever tried to solve that?
yeah,
thing?
now the world record, in 2018 anyway, the world record was 4.22 seconds, but it took him a month. Now, I don't feel so bad that I couldn't figure it out right away, now that I know the inventor took a month to solve it.
I've never been able to solve it, so
Me
what's that
either.
tell you?
Me
Well, it's-
either.
You can pop them apart and then put them back together, too, you know, so.
Or you just take off the stickers.
You don't want to do that nowadays. Pop them apart, a lot easier.
Is this simple. Don't buy one.
Oh, yeah, that's another plan. Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure.
That. Well, wake Grandma up.
We'll tell her you said hello. How's that sound?
Hey there, you tell her don't hurry home. Everything's fine.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Charlie.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye. Again, we reach out to my father-in-law every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little show we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The word hipster goes all the way back to the 1930s.
It does not.
It does, too.
That's
hipster,
a bunch of malarkey.
Hipster. That's probably also from the 1930s. Hipster was used these days to describe somebody who tries maybe a little too hard to be stylish and trendy. And people think that it's a new word. But no, according to dictionary.com, it was originally like another word that went alongside hepster, Hepstr. So it was either hipster or hepster were like synonymous. They were the same word. In the 1930s, they referred to somebody who was in the jazz scene. So a hipster or a hepster in the 1930s played jazz music. And nowadays, they just drink lattes and, wear skinny jeans.
No, they drink White Claws.
Oh,
John.
that's what it is. And skinny jeans.
And have man buttons.
And skinny jeans. Here's the thing. All of my jeans are skinny jeans. But they're really just regular jeans. I'm just way too fat for them.
Way too tight.
Thanks for listening to today's Fun Fact.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Germany. A Bolivian orchestra has been trapped inside a haunted German castle surrounded by wolves for 73 days because of the coronavirus. What? This sounds like the plot to a movie. This doesn't sound real.
Ridiculous.
I have a link to it. I should probably click it, but I don't have time now.
That is ridiculous.
So I'm going to go through this one little word at a time here. A Bolivian orchestra. Okay, trapped inside.
How many is a Bavilion?
A Bolivian. That's the country they're from.
Oh, okay.
What? You just take the rest of this break off, right? A Bolivian orchestra from Bolivia. They're trapped inside a haunted German castle surrounded by wolves. 73 days. This still sounds like a movie. Thanks for listening to a news headline from somewhere in this world.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Firefighters responded to a fire that broke out. Now, this was last week, May 23rd, and if this would have happened a week later, I probably wouldn't even have this story because there were a lot of weird things happened like a week after this. But the week before last, so when this happened on the 23rd of May, fire reportedly broke out at a porta potty yard. Fire crews arrived at the scene, found at least 20 porta potties on fire.
Yikes.
This is the second porta potty yard fire in the South Bay area in less than a week. So this has happened twice. And again, like I said, it's like a week and a half ago now. They say the fires are suspicious in nature. They continue to investigate. Police have nothing to go on.
I was just going to say that. It's a crapshoot.
It's a crap. Oh, they got nothing going on. Because you see, they're toilets that were on fire. Okay. Luckily, no injuries were reported, and we're going to go grow up now. We're both like our inner 12-year-olds coming out here. This has been today's Weird News.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. North Carolina nurse said she's treating patients who've attended coronavirus parties in an attempt to try to catch coronavirus. That just seems really weird to me. I understand that if you're not afraid of it, you don't take precautions, but why would you want to try? Yolanda Enrick, a nurse practitioner, said that people are actually out trying to get the virus. So attending gatherings and parties where somebody there has it, maximizing their chances of exposure. She said younger patients have told healthcare workers they are, quote, hoping to develop antibodies so they no longer have to take precautions when they're out in public. Health experts have not yet determined whether that's even a possibility. They said, we're really concerned about this trend. They can spread the virus around the community and hurt vulnerable populations. It will have serious health implications. I've got a link to the story if you want to read all about it. Again, I just thought it was very bizarre. So it was going to be today's weird news, but then the porta potty fires had to take that spot. So it's definitely today's moment of duh.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it hashtag fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
Okay, I am ready.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Fake news or Florida. A St. Petersburg man was fined $500 for telling police his name was Ben Dover using a fake name. Fake news or Florida?
Florida.
It is a true story. I remember that story.
I would do that.
Do you remember when we read that? Because I remember you laughed.
I don't remember when we did that, no, but I could totally see
you laughed
somebody
maniacally when we read the story. Does it
I think that's fantastic.
Does that bring back any memories?
No, not really.
Does it surprise you?
No.
Okay.
Good
It
for
doesn't
him.
surprise me either. Yeah, interesting
Just being
stuff.
silly.
That is today's fake news or Florida. And by the way, it is a true story today, as Heidi guessed.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. This is good news. I think so. Comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Take a listen to this. Here's the headline, Heidi. Teens see a plane crash in the water and they rush to rescue the passengers. 4 Alaska Department of Forestry employees were in an aircraft that crashed near Aniak, Alaska? I don't know if I'm saying it right. On May the 28th. They were all transported to a hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. So thank goodness they're all going to be okay. But here's the crazy thing. They were saved by some teens. It says the plane was transporting emergency firefighters from 2 western Alaska villages to support wildfires that were they're like responding to wildfires. They're going to help. But shortly after takeoff, the engine conked out or something happened and it crashed into a water-filled gravel pit. Among the first on the scene is a group of teenagers ranging from 13 to 19. They were driving past the area, saw the plane coming down, watched it crash into the water. The teens waded into the water, and they worked to remove the remaining passengers from the plane. They couldn't get the door open at first, so they broke out a window, and they were able to get the door forced open. The teens called emergency services for help, and they came out and made sure everybody was okay. It took about a half hour for them to get out there, but these kids saved their lives.
Wow. how
crazy is that? Can you imagine watching that happen? So kudos to you youngsters, and there's photos of these kiddos online, and it just they look like nice kids. They're just out for a cruise, and they saw this, and they leaped into action, and they helped save the day. Hero, Heidi. Hero. Yes. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.